today's going to be interesting for a lot of you. It certainly was for me when I was doing the research because I, even in our offices, consistently get the same old thing. Where am I going to get leads? Why are you getting so many listings? What am I supposed to do next? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing different? Sometimes you might be right. Sometimes it is the market. Sometimes it is you. Sometimes you just need to push in the right direction. Today's about that push, and today's about that push without you cracking open your wallet and having to empty out your annual budget. Today, we're going to talk about how you're going to be able to get real estate listings, because that's what you should always be focused on. Listing is king. If you are not a listing boss, if you are not moving yourself in the direction of listings, and the buyers portion of your business isn't just funneling to you, you are misunderstanding the entire business structure of what real estate's about. So today, we're going to talk about those of you that need to reset yourselves, how you're going to get your real estate listings in any market on a smaller budget. So reset. Getting consistent listings is a challenge in any market. I'm going to tell you right now, especially in low inventory markets and with limited marketing budget, it makes it an even bigger problem. Luckily, there are lots of creative strategies out there. They're proven and most of them are free. I'm going to go over today things that you don't want to do, and you don't have to, because I'm going to give you some supplements that are going to allow you to push yourself in a direction to generate business. And here's the quick facts. If you're pushing yourself to do business, business will come. If you are consistent in generating conversation, business will come. You just need to be more consistent. So let's run through real fast the things that you absolutely better be doing. I have talked to you about improving your brand visibility. You have got to understand how your brand is what leads look for as an agent, working you towards your mission, your vision, your values. Your VV has got to be in place. Your online presence has got to be securely aligned to who you are as a genuine agent, and you've got to be using tools that are going to streamline your processes. Focusing on your network. I've also talked to you about your network is the first base for potential clients. You need to expand it. You need to nurture it. You need to focus on building relationships there, even if it means you've got to join a team or find a mentor and pay a little bit of your commission towards someone that knows how to do it better. You're learning and you're going to build better business structure for your network. Diversification. You absolutely must consistently refine your strategy to keep your options open. The market is going to swing. One type of buyer, one particular niche is going to always lead above the rest. You have to be ready to play the numbers. Sorry, but if we're going to consistently spin the wheel where you think it's random and it's going to constantly land on red, you need to start betting on red. Find hidden listings, attend open houses, create online ads, learn how to prospect for FSBOs, people that want to sell their houses but don't have faith in a real estate agent. That's your mission. Your mission is to create business where business exists and a channel has not been discovered. And then finally, follow up, follow up, follow up. Your job is not done after you've made initial contact. If all you did was hand them a business card and you didn't get information back, how are you setting yourself up for success? How is it a relationship if you were just on one side of the application? How is it a relationship if you're the one doing all the talking and they're not doing any of the responding? You have to make sure to keep your name on top of your lead's mind, but you have to make sure you know who your leads are so that you can reach out to them not just at 35,000 feet, but directly. Let's back up and let's go through each of these in great detail. And yes, I'm going to call you back to the channel because, hey, we do these classes every single week. These coachings are integral to how you're doing business. And if you let them repeat in your head over and over and over again, if you get on Spotify and you listen to us as a radio channel and you consistently let these efforts sink in and repeat, you will be doomed to do business. You can't help it. If you follow any of our strategies, if you listen to any of our weekly podcasts, we're going to keep you lined up to what's working for me, what's working for our agents at Keystone, and how you're going to be able to continuously move forward. So, visibility. Let's talk about refocusing your MVV, your mission, vision, and values. My regular subscribers, the ones that talk to me quite often and talk to me offline as well, we can't emphasize enough the importance of establishing that MVV. Newer real estate agents especially are going to find this task to be meaningless. They are going to find it just tedious, no different than when they build that initial realtor's bio that they stick out there. They're convinced that no one is going to read this, that this is not who I am, this does not define me. And I'm here to tell you that businesses have been defining themselves on a mission statement for eons. You are a business. Get on board and get a straight line drawn so that you know what you should be following every single day. Your state NVV statement is more than just words on your business profile. It's going to separate you from your competitor. It's going to help you attract the clientele that you want to work with. There are hundreds of agents in each of your areas. Any client can work with any of those. Your MVV, your statement, your personal values is who you are. That's what's going to define whether they want to see you. And yeah, I'm going to tell you, a very genuine photograph, getting them to even read about who you are is important. So those of you that are still using your high school senior prom photo as your realtor photograph, probably better get that lined up just a little bit. I myself have done plenty of aging, and it's probably because of real estate, but got to keep that photo updated. Otherwise, it's going to stop looking like you, which means if you don't look like you do and you're catfishing your people, probably means they can't trust your statements, probably means they can't trust your listings. Look, if you already have an MVB and you have a great bio listed out there, and in the context of generating new listings, you're focusing on telling people for you and I to work together, I think it's important you know who I am as an agent and why I work the way that I do. And the things that I consider valuable to myself is critical. Those same things that I find important, I'm going to find equally as important in you, my client. So you need to take a couple of steps back and make sure that you're really considering how are you uniquely positioning yourself to help your sellers. A homeowner's choice of agent is driven more by what you offer than it ever is about how it benefits them. You can't be everything to everyone, right? So that statement's going to be the crucial first step on how you're going to resonate with the clients that you are focusing towards. Carve out a couple of hours this weekend. Really think it through. Look at your bio if you already have one. Run it through AI. Have your AI engine look you up on Google. We talked about this last week and see, am I who I think I am? How am I representing myself as a real estate agent? And see what comes back. If AI can't find you and can't actually regurgitate your mission statement back to you so that you can see it, trust me, no one else is finding it either. Write down what you do find and make sure that you're building on that and creating a strong pillar of excellence that you can deliver against. Next, your online presence. While looking for listings is great, building an online presence that can bring listing leads to you is even better. When home sellers do find you, you're going to see them incredibly active. They have found out of all the apples they're looking at on the shelf, you were the bright, shiny apple they chose to take to the counter. This is what positions you as the authority in the field for them. They already say, this is my agent. I chose them. They're going to do the very best job. So make sure that you've got an online presence that supports that in several ways. Pardon me. First off, LinkedIn. I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell you time and time again, if you are looking for higher level professional clients, LinkedIn is where it's at. You need to spruce it up. You need to make sure that it has all your accolades. You need to make sure that if you're getting an award at your brokerage, that you are listing it on there. LinkedIn will show up if someone is checking you on Google, and it will not only help establish you as a professional in your field, but it will also legitimize you online. It is an active resume of what you do, how you do it, and how long you have been doing it for. Facebook. You need to have a Facebook business page, not just your personal one. It's great if real estate is all that you do and your friends and your family are warm and welcoming to it. But I promise you, if you've got more than 1,000 friends and family on your Facebook, they get pretty sick of looking at your real estate stuff. So don't be afraid to separate your personal and your business. You're not looking to hide who you are. In fact, my business page often tags my personal friends and family so that I can remind them, hey, please don't forget I am a realtor. And if you would like some of the realtor information, if you'd like to attend some of my classes, if you'd like to hear what your realtor does and how I keep it real week over week over week, here's my business page. Social media. Your social media pages outside of that also need to be very active. You need to make sure that your Facebook, your Instagram is consistent and your branding resonates the same way over each of them. Please know these are different audiences, so they want to see different things from you. But you don't have to put a segregated message on Instagram because that's who that following is. You put an Instagram message on all of your platforms. You do a Facebook level message on all of your platforms. You do a LinkedIn message across all of your platforms. The people that want to hear from you at their age group are going to listen at their age group. There's one thing that the mighty service of television has taught us: changing channel is easy. Next, joining real estate groups and engaging with realtors. This not only will help you build a better online presence, but it's also going to connect you with your community. You need to focus more on building those relationships there than in self promotion. You got to make sure that they know who you are. You're posting questions, you're posting answers, and you've got some back and forth with other colleagues in your field. Granted, real estate agents are never going to be your customer base. But if you don't have a clean conversation for who you're speaking with in your industry, how are you going to be competitive when you don't know what the other agents are actually talking about when you're not in your website? You need to manage it. Much like establishing a Facebook business, this is a page that provides an avenue for people to figure out who you are. Established presence on a real estate page is what's going to make it easier for people to discover that you're an active business. What do you stand for? Your mission statement or your bio should be proudly placed up front and easily serviced, especially when you're running listings. Your clients want to see that your page, dependent on your followers especially, is getting specialized attention. If they were just putting their house on Zillow, they could have done that without you. So you need to bring more to the table than just syndication. And then being a contributor. Just like here on the show, or if I'm managing information on content and websites or on multimedia, it is very important to make sure that you're contributing to real estate blogs. Besides providing just expertise to your viewers and your readers, you also need to make sure you're getting exposure. You can get a ton of that on the short form factors like YouTube and like Facebook and like Instagram, but also like on the long form. You can find us inside of YouTube doing the whole channel, and we run this entire class every single Saturday morning on this one. So it's important for people to be able to find you in both. They'll probably look at the header, or they'll look at your quick clip statement or your fast reel to get you to the long form YouTube channel. If you're speaking the truth, if you're speaking to people in the way that you want to do business, trust me, they'll tune in and they'll listen. Next, prepare. Although it's important that you be able to get yourself out there on social media as much as possible, know what you're going to talk about. It's okay if you have some random things on there, like you want to just throw a quick clip out there about the restaurant that you're at, or a local gathering that's happening inside of your community. That's fine. But in a world where relevance is based on honesty and authenticity,